Hi folks, today we are going to be doing 10.8 for geometry and equations of circles. So I had a little bit of a camera mishap here that my camera died and I had already written out standard equation of a circle. So it's right here for you guys to copy and I'll go through it in a second. But if you have not watched my previous video, which is completing the square, I would highly recommend that because you will be having to complete the square in order to write the standard equations of a circle. And if you do not know how to do that, I would recommend, again, going back and looking at my video on that. All right, so moving forward, the standard equation of a circle is parentheses x minus h, close parentheses, quantity squared, plus parentheses y minus k, close parentheses, quantity squared, equals r squared. Now, all of these actually have a meaning here. So h comma k is the center of the circle. R is the radius of the circle. So, for example here, if we had something that had, let's give us a, let's say we have -3, 2 is our center of a circle, and then our radius is 5. If that was what we were given, we would actually write the equation of the circle as, again, if we have x minus h, if this is hk, x minus h is x plus 3 squared plus y, and this is, again, our k value goes here, and so we have y minus k, and so y minus 2 squared equals 5 squared. I'm actually going to make sure this is separate here. Sorry, I wrote that a little bit too close. There we go. All right, so we would just need to simplify this to x plus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 25. All right, and if we were to graph this circle, it's right here, we're going to go out -3. We're going to go up 2, and that is going to be the center. Now, our radius is 5. That means that we are able to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a point right there. We are able to count 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 that way. We would be able to count 5 this way. I did not give myself enough space. So let's see. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 5 right there. And let's go down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. We would then connect all of those. Circle drawing skills. That one's a little bit too close because I definitely ran out of room on the paper, but you can see the general idea of our radius of 5 right there and our center of the circle. So we know that every point on this circle would satisfy this equation. Every xy point on this circle would satisfy this equation. I'd be able to check any point and it would equal 25 would equal 25. So let's see how this all works out in another problem. Let's say we have the equation. So we are given the equation of x minus 1 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 4. All right, so this is our equation that we are given. I would like you to find the center and the radius. All right, well, again, h comma k, if we look it up here, h comma k is our center of the circle. So if we have a -1 and a -2, x minus h, y minus k. We're looking at the opposite of these two numbers. So our center is going to be 1, comma 2. Our radius, again, this equation is equals r squared. So that means r is the radius of the circle. So whatever number is over here, we have to take the square root of that. Just like up here, 25 is here. We take the square root of 25 is 5, and that is our radius. We're going to do the same thing here. Square root of 4 is 2. And so that would be our center and radius of that circle. And again, if you were to graph this, you would actually have the center at 1, comma 2, and the radius would be 2 out in every direction. So we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, right on the x-axis. That circle would be, that's a little bit better. Perfect circle right there. So that would be how you would graph that. Let's check one more here. So we're going to actually look at how to find an equation given, or using completing the square. So this time you are going to be given, a little bit longer here, x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 10y plus 4 equals 0. So from that, we want to find the equation in standard form and the center and the radius. First of all, I'm going to actually break this apart into my x values right here, my y values, and then I'm actually going to kick this one, I'm going to put that on the other side. So I need to have x squared minus 6x plus blank plus y squared plus 10y plus blank equals, and I'm going to subtract that 4, negative 4 plus, now since I added 2 blanks on the left-hand side, I need to add 2 blanks on the right-hand side. All right, so again, using those steps that you saw in the previous video, negative 6 divided by 2 is a negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. So I'm going to add 9 to both the left-hand side and the right-hand side. I look over here, my y value, my b value of my y equation. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. I add that to both sides of the equation. Now I'm going to actually, now you can see how I'm going to make these perfect square trinomials into something that looks like this. Our equation of a circle, standard equation. Well, negative 6 divided by 2 was negative 3. So x minus 3 squared. 10 divided by 2 is a positive 5. So I have plus y plus 5 squared. This all equals, well, negative 4 plus 9 plus 25. Add all those together, and that is going to equal 30. So this is my standard equation of a circle. All right, standard equation of a circle. I need my center of this circle. My center of this circle, again, h comma k. So I have 3 and negative 5. It's my center of this circle. And finally, my radius of this circle is going to be the square root of 30, and we cannot break that down anymore. So root 30 is my radius. That about wraps up 10.8. Again, I'll put a screenshot at the end on here. You guys can take a screenshot of that and have a wonderful day.